Hey guys, welcome back to Ancient Amnesia Podcast. This is Josh and Dave. Today we're going to share a clip from a discussion with a guest, Robert Bauer, on the origins of metallurgy. We hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for more.
Now, we all know there's this pre-Diluvian story, and this probably came there, but even then, they still had to have the same origin point. Even if this origin point was 20,000 BC, at some point on Earth, if there was an organic man that came out of some archaic homo genesis, multiple civilizations could have lived here, different alien creatures could have lived here, and completely been wiped out, and will never, at some point, one or two things happened. We either came out of a natural evolutionary process from this kind of Darwinian-like, maybe an alternative version of some Darwinian-like model, or there was some intervention. There was some, kind of an alien intervention, or some type of manipulation, genetic manipulation from other source, or we could be like, from Mars and we came over and we did whatever. I mean, there's this whole kind of cosmic kind of theory. So I think those are the two models. If you follow the model the first model, which is the more accepted one, you would have to start thinking, well, how and why did these guys do this? Like you're talking about taking bronze and tins and metals. Well, you'd have to start thinking is like, well, it would have to be agriculture that gave them the time to do that, to even start to say, fuck, let's fuck around with these rocks. Let's heat up this shit. Let's figure out what happens when we do this. Or
they would find naturally occurring metal in rocks, and then they would see how that naturally occurring metal, morphology, you could see where it would turn into rock, and they would say, well, obviously,
they would take
this rock, and we can it up and get the rest of that out of there, and that's how it all began. They actually, there were pure iron pieces that they found. And that's they just mimicked what nature was doing.
I'm sure that mankind wanted to burn everything he can get his hands on to see what happens, absolutely. Right? So that would definitely be one thing I would think is like, I'm going to try to burn. I mean, as a kid, right? You see a big fire. I played around a lot of fires at the ranch. Yep. I would burn every single little thing to see when it melted, when it turned into something. I think some of that, if you take that first model, I think that some of that would come out of just the time that agriculture gave to societies at large to create this, to create curiosity to bloom enough. And I don't know. I mean, again, like what happened? How did they decide? And that's really mysterious. Like what could have happened organically? Or you'd be like, hey, there's these high-tech things come down like, hey, this is how you do this. And then there's the answer. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those two, right? I mean,
well, what your needs are, do you need metal? I mean, if you're a society that uses wood for everything, wood and stone, at what point do you shift over to using metal? Like you start making nails, and then after you make other things out of metal.
And let's be honest, guys, like nothing but something even beyond metal could even make Tiwanaku or Pumapunku or any of these fucking things. So who are we kidding? This is my thing. Like when you think about these Darwinian kind of like organic models, it doesn't make any sense. There's no way. Like we can barely do this stuff, if even do this stuff today.